Did you know one of the most famous musicians has visited Benton, Illinois? There's a mural in place to commemorate this event, which was when one of the Beatles, George Harrison, came to visit his sister. Benton doesn't have anything it's very well known for, or any famous people who are from here, which makes this event very exciting. As a Beatles fan myself, I am very intrigued by this event. I would like to tell this mural because it tells of an interesting and unique aspect of Benton's history, which might be not very well known to some. The George Harrison commemorative mural is an interesting piece of artwork that tells of a unique part of history. First, I will discuss the history behind the mural, then I will tell the artist and his purpose in creation of the mural, and then finally I will detail the subject matter and specifics of this artwork. To understand why this mural is so interesting, I'd like to tell you some about the history of the mural. I'll tell the event that inspired it, as well as how the artist found out and the creation of the mural. The event that inspired this mural occurred in 1963 when one of the Beatles, George Harrison, and his brother Peter came to Benton, Illinois to visit his sister Louise. This was the first time one of the Beatles had visited the United States, which makes it an important occasion. The Beatles had not yet become mainstream in the United States, which allowed George to remain anonymous during his visit. While he was here, George purchased a guitar and even played with a local band. The story of George's visit was told by Flash Phelps on his SiriusXM 60s on 6 show. And according to BentonIllinois.com, which is the city's website, upon hearing this story, it inspired the artist John Cerny to create the mural to commemorate the event. The mural was painted in 2017 and took several months to complete. It was finally lit on July 24th, 2019, to allow interstate travelers to view the mural at all times of the day. Now that you know some of the history of the mural, I'd like to tell you about the artist and his purpose in creation of the mural. The artist is very interesting and made a great donation through this mural. The creator of this mural is John Cerny, and who, according to his website, johncernymurals.com, is a Salinas, California native with an art degree from California State Long Beach. John stated that he always had a passion for painting murals and was doing commissions on walls and the sides of buildings. But he soon realized that to reach a larger audience from a further distance, he'd need to increase the size of his artwork. This led to him creating large custom cutouts, which were then painted and displayed upon highway and interstate routes. According to the Benton Evening News, John decided to donate this mural, which cost about $20,000. The purpose behind John creating this mural was to commemorate the event so everyone could remember. John stated on his website that he did some murals for fun, which I believe this is an example of, because he didn't charge a fee for it. And the mural is located on the interstate, which allows many travelers to be able to view the mural and experience this part of history. Now that you know some of the history and the artist, I'd like to tell you about the subject matter and specifics of the mural. First of all, this is the mural. The creation of this mural contains many intricate and interesting details. The mural depicts George Harrison playing the guitar with 3 adoring fans next to him. George is in black and white and the fans are in color. An interesting aspect of this artwork is the fact that George is playing a Rickenbacker guitar, which is the guitar he actually would have owned in 1963 at the time of his visit. Fans are based off the likeness of 3 local women who modeled for the role. The contrast in the color and design of George and the fans creates another interesting aspect to this artwork. The mural is composed mainly of wood, which was then cut out and painted to represent George and the fans. George is 16 foot tall, while the fans are half that at 8 foot tall. The mural is located near the Benton Airport, which is in kind of an obscure spot, but it's in this position mainly so it can be seen from the interstate. I-57 runs right next to the mural, which allows many people to view it. Now that I've informed you about the mural, I hope you can see how interesting and unique it is. I've told you about the history of the mural, about the artist and his purpose in creation of the mural, and about the subject matter and specifics of the mural. I hope that from these points you can see that the George Harrison commemorative mural is an interesting piece of artwork that encapsulates a unique part of history. Not only does this represent a famous musician, but it tells a story of the town's history. And it brings to light a fascinating event which has hopefully given you interest in the mural, as well as caused you to wonder about what other events in your town's history could be commemorated.